Okay, so what's next? All the stuff we took out, we're gonna try to match up to the new stuff here. So we've got new tie rod ends. They're all pre-greased. You can pull the boot up and check. These have grease in them, but they don't have zert fittings to grease later if you wanted to, like the factory ones do. But we're gonna do, this one's the main one that goes to the pitman arm, and it's got a connection that goes from here all the way across. And we have these new brackets we're gonna put on the end of the tie rod here. And we have our new tie rod, and we're gonna just measure from end to end here on the new one and the old one to match them back up. Same thing on this side here. We're gonna go from our intermediate or inner tie rod over to the outer tie rod, measure joint to joint, match them up, and get these as close as we can before we take them to a professional alignment shop where they're gonna fine tune the rest. But they'll also be very happy because they don't have to deal with rusted on adjusting brackets that have never been adjusted since they left the factory in 2006. So we'll also take this steering stabilizer bracket, move that over as well, and try to get it in the exact same spot it's at. Okay, so we've got it all set up now. Our tie rods are right about the same distance, probably within less than a 1/4 inch. These guys are just a 1/4 pass tight, so when the alignment shop goes in, they can loosen them up and adjust them. We transferred this bracket over. It's roughly 3/4 of an inch just from the end of this little rubber boot here, from there to there. So again, when we get everything torqued down and we get it on the vehicle, we'll be able to find out for sure exactly where that needs to be. So those are all just 1/4 pass tight. And then this guy lines up really well. As we go over here, we've got both of these tie rod ends lined up pretty well. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are working on Tin Lizzy. We're going to put back in the steering linkage with the new tie rods and all that stuff. New tie rod ends, ball joints, and new steering stabilizer. So we got a lot of fun stuff to do today. We're going to go piece by piece. I'll walk you through my strategy. It may not be the best strategy, but that's how I'm going to do it. Alright, so first up, we're going to put this guy back in. I'm going to start with what looks like probably the most constrained joint, the pitman arm joint. That's going to go back right up there where it came off of. One thing to check for when you have this apart is if there's any play in this thing. There's like zero play in this thing. A lot of people want to replace the steering box or try to tighten it. This thing has like so little play, it's almost new. It's only a 98,000 mile van, so I think you can probably expect that. I think all of the play in the steering is coming from all of the loose ball joints and tie rod ends. So we're gonna, like I said, and steering stabilizer obviously not being functional at all. So we're gonna go ahead and replace all this stuff. I'll put you on time lapse and you can watch in fast motion. So what we did here is we put our tie rod end in, capsule nut goes on, you torque it, I did 75 foot-pounds, and then I go a little bit more to where you can get the cotter pin hole lined up with the capsule nut. Put your cotter pin in, bend up the back side, and you're pretty much good to go on that. I did the same thing for all three of them. We got the one there for the pitman arm, and the one out here to the far side. On our steering stabilizer, we're gonna have to readjust this bracket here to get it kind of square to where we can have this bolt perpendicular to this bracket here where this guy's got to go. And I almost forgot to let you guys be part of the unboxing of the new steering stabilizer. It is as eventful as you might think. We have this sweet steering stabilizer that's going to go in place of the old one. We'll stretch it out and line it up and bolt it back on. Well, it turns out there's a right and a wrong way to do this. The right way is put this end on first and then feed this guy into here. That's the right way. So make sure you do it that way the first time. Make sure this guy's happy this time before we lock her down for good. Put that guy up there. Let's go through there. Maybe it'll go easier now that it's not cross-threaded. I'm trying to cross-thread. Oh, like butter. That is much better. So now that this guy is in its happy place, we will tighten her back up. So again, with the sticky icky, just give them a little dollop there, a dollop of daisy, a little dollop down here so that these don't ever come off ever, and you always have good steering. Might be getting more than a dollop today because this guy's a little clogged. Okay, and the old Google says 54 foot-pounders of torque. So that's what we're going to give her. And we'll use the proper tool to check it, just for fun. Wasn't even close. Probably was actually. Let's see. There we go, we were close. Yep, right in the ballpark. And just like that, our front steering is back together. stuff for now. I think we should be good to go. We've hit almost all of the major things that could be wrong. So we're gonna put our wheels back on, and with a little anti-seize first so they come off easy next time. And alignment tomorrow morning, and this guy should be good to go for driving. And then after that, once the fuel pressure system sat for a day or so, we'll go ahead and pull off the fuel filters, which I hear is a really fun job for this vehicle because you can't reach it on the top, and on the bottom it's on the frame rail. And we'll be sure to wear our safety goggles for that, and employ safety squints. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.